They didn't want Vince here any longer. They thought it was time for him to go.
At that point, they knew that that chapter was done.
He was not just a star of the team, he was a star of the league. And now you're having injuries. Now people are doubting you. Now you're saying certain things in the media that people can question you. Now other people around the league are questioning you. They're talking down on you. You're not the same guy. You're soft. You're this, you're that. You hear all these whispers around the NBA regarding Vince.
Vince has now lived long enough to see himself become the villain.
I hope this comes out right. If I'm not the player you want or need anymore, get me out of your way.
People want to know, though. People want to know if you're happy. Want to know if you still want to be traded.
Man, I'm here, aren't I? That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Vince's argument started with management before Rob and I got here. Our job should have been to work through that.
I thought things were going, very well as far as Vince's effort. I think he himself got a little distracted. The players and the coaches, we all got a little distracted with all these trade rumors going around.
Just don't leave me here like this to be miserable if y'all don't want me. Like,
if you're not emotionally invested, I don't care how professional you are. Man, if your heart isn't in it, it ain't gonna happen.
It was time to go. It was over. It was broken.
I had a conversation with Sam Mitchell about it. I said, look, I don't want to leave. It's just how things are going. So I kind of like, that's the direction we're going, but I don't want to leave.
He said, Coach, I want to play for you. I want to stay. It changed my mind. Man, and that was like a ton of bricks.
And he said his 2 cents on that, and years later, which you said it earlier.
I grabbed my cell phone, go off to a corner. I called Rob Babcock. I said, Rob, you're not gonna believe this. Man, I just had an hour-and-a-half conversation with Jim Todd and I with Vince. Man, he wants to be here.
And the version of the story that I've heard is that Sam told that to Rob Babcock, and Rob Babcock said, that's fine, the deal's done.
During the phone call, he just didn't want to hear it. Oh, I got a trade on the books. He know I'm gonna trade him, blah, blah, and I knew at that point, I'm like, oh my God, this just. So I'm just a coach, man, and I'm just a first-year coach.
I know there's a lot of stories he was all set to come back the next day. No one told me that. Not that it would have changed our mind.
With all the rumors and speculation that have been going around, it is not a surprise at all that Vince Carter has been traded. What is a bit surprising is who Rob Babcock traded him to and what he got in return.
Who comes out on top of this trade?
Well, if the New Jersey Nets get a healthy Vince Carter, then I don't think there's any question that they come out on top.
Everyone was stunned.
They're getting Aaron and Eric Williams. You're also going to get disgruntled Alonzo Mourning, plus you're getting 2 conditional first-round picks in the next 2 years.
I think Vince's trade value has diminished a little bit in the last couple of years with his injuries. We felt we had to make a trade, and we searched the entire league and tried to find the best trade possible, and we made the best trade by far. It was the best offer that we had.
Rob Babcock f***ed that up so bad. He f***ed that up.